Alright, so has anyone noticed that Keanu Reeves has gone from this
I am an FBI agent!
to this to this?
You want a war? Or do you want to just give me a gun?
Drastic change, right? Anyway, John Wick Chapter 2 is the sequel to John Wick, a movie that no one thought was going to be good, myself included, and was awesome! So we got a sequel, deservingly so. And I'm just saying right off the bat, I could see 25 more movies with Keanu Reeves as John Wick. This movie is awesome. It's probably just as good, if not better, than the first movie. So in this movie, I'm just going to keep it vague because it doesn't really tell you much in the trailer. John has to pay a debt to somebody, and along the way, he may or may not get a bounty on him. We'll just say that. So, Keanu Reeves is instantly better in this movie than he was in the last one. He has improved as an actual actor since the first movie. No, it's only been a few years. Because there's some line delivery in the first movie that is kind of bad. I'm not going to lie. But he's still really good in that movie, don't get me wrong. He's great in that movie, but some of his line delivery isn't great. But in this movie, his line delivery is a lot better. He's a lot better than the action. The action is amped up. Everything you love about the first movie is just amped up in this one. The action set pieces are bigger. It's an overall bigger movie. It's what a sequel should be. It's bigger and possibly better. The only thing that it doesn't do as good as the first movie is pacing for one. Actually, no. Pacing in the first half, at least, isn't quite as good. And so there's technically two things. But the pacing in the first half isn't absolutely amazing. It's still fine. It moves at a fine pace, but it's not quite as good as the first movie's first half, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that and the motivation isn't as heart-wrenching. It isn't as impactful. It's just he has to come back because he has to pay debt. That's really the only things I don't think they did better than the first movie. Otherwise, the action is better. The action set pieces are better. The overall story isn't quite as strong because there's a lot more emotional connection with the first movie, as I said. So that's what that feeds into my other problem. But those are really the only problems I have. Because this movie is awesome. John Wick is an awesome character. I feel for this dude. I love watching him kill people on screen. It's just a ton of fun. It's a friggin' blast. The standoffs are awesome. The music is really good. As I said, I could watch friggin' 25 more movies with Keanu Reeves as John Wick. It's just a friggin' ton of fun. It's everything it needs to be. It's everything I wanted it to be, and more. It gives you, as I said, incredible action. The action is what builds these movies, and it's awesome. It's really, really, really good. As well as the world building. The world building is better too. You get to find more out about the Continental Hotel and the politics of how that works. And you get to find out what's going on with these gangsters. And the first scene sets everything up perfectly. Everything you need to know if you hadn't seen the first movie, for the most part at least. But definitely see that first, because it's just as good, for one. And you also kind of have some characters that are set up in the first movie that you won't understand what's going on with them, if you know what I mean. But anyway, I'm rambling on because this movie is just awesome. So I'll just give my grade already. I'm going to give John Wick Chapter 2 an A-. And if you noticed right there, I have different cues for a movie that I don't give a positive grade to. I have this Rotten Tomatoes splat, and I have a splat noise. And when I give the positive grade, which is a tomato with the grade on it, yeah, there's a different sound. I don't know what that sound will be yet as I am doing this, but you'll know because it's already in there in post, but whatever. But that's my review for John Wick Chapter 2. So, peace.